This is day 3, new title, things I would create if I were a product specialist. And let's go ahead and continue, and I'll show you the improvements that I made. Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and make an issue in Slack, and it will give us our GitHub issue link as always. And then when the linear issue link, you can see where it says linear issue will be posted as comment after sync. So it'll take a minute, and then I had it automatically update in that exact spot, just like that, rather than have it go to a new comment just to keep things cleaner. And then it's also posted inside of Slack, so you can have your cross-platform links, and then inside of each of the GitHub and linear, you can go back to the Slack. So, okie dokie. So next up, I added email. I'm going to send an email to a specific address, and let's see what happens. So I sent an email to the feedback email, and what should happen is we'll get a notification in Slack, issue created in GitHub, and issue created in linear. Ribbit's gonna help us out for the way because he has the zoomies and he needs to go on a walk. So let's check it out. Okay, so we have our new GitHub issue. Don't need the phone. Great, so the email automatically created a issue in GitHub. Let's check linear. You can see that the linear issue was automatically updated. Okay, so we have our email there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the user gets back. So I'm not sure why it did twice, but it works. I can figure that out in the next episode. Everything's working, just a small detail. Now, I wanna see if the duplicate detection will work via email and what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same item again, or I'll pick another issue. Maybe the site isn't working. So the idea behind sending the GitHub link back to the user is that way we can start to funnel all of the feedback into one place eventually. And there would be some issues that you would need to work out, internal versus external, things like that. But this is where upvoting between internal and external can start to become one thing. Okay, so we got another email feedback request. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the 3 replies. So we have our GitHub issue, and then we have our parent tracking issue because there was the duplicate detection got detected. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 417. So you can see that it grouped the 2 duplicate issues. Yes, I don't know if that was gonna work. And then let's see what the user got. So it does take a while because I have it send the email only after the duplicate detection has been done. So that way the user can get one response. So the user has their issue to track, but then it's also been grouped in a similar. So that way, even if the issue is closed, the user can still see that it hits one of theirs, and then they can rephrase it and then resubmit. But let's go ahead and double check that it works. So their original request is logged here, and then the parent issue is linked, and then in the email it's automatically grouped. And that way, as a product specialist, if I had updates and I was in a rush, I can update the parent task, and I can know that everyone that requested it has a way to find that and be notified. So I think this is pretty cool. Ribbit does too, I hope. And next, I'll work on integrating feedback from X. So would you use something like this at your company? Or would you like to know how to learn how to do this? Let me know. Thanks. Oh, I know.